Hi, everybody. If you haven't noticed, we're waiting for quorum.
That was me. Sorry. I saw you walking in, so I just hung up.
So it looks like we have quorum, so I'll go ahead and start the meeting at 3:10. And Paula, if we could start out with a roll call.
Matt Guillory. Jorge Charnico.
Here.
Dylan Bradway. Donna Sanchez. Here. Tyler Holmes.
Here.
Lee Peoples. Ben Sellers.
Here.
And James Barnum.
Here.
You have a quorum.
So in the packet that was sent out to the commission, you should have received the November 15th minutes. Hopefully everybody's reviewed it. Is there anybody willing to put a motion to approve of them?
Motion? Second.
Great. Minutes approved.
Did you take a vote?
Oh, sorry. Trying to speed through it. So let's go ahead and take a vote. All in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion to approve the minutes passes. This month, we have no cases withdrawn. Looks like we have one continuance, UDCA 17-00037. Michael, could you give us an update on that?
Yeah, this is a case that has already had some improvements approved administratively by staff, but there's one item that they're proposing to do that involves, at least in its current configuration, a variance request. Therefore, it needs to have action by the commission. They originally asked us to continue this item back in October to this meeting, which we did. And we recently had contact from them that asked us to continue it again. And we are recommending that it be continued to the February meeting. And that's pretty much our consensus right now.
So for my clarification, do we vote on continuance? Okay, so do we have a motion?
Right, and it's, the request was to February 28th,
Okay.
2018.
Make a motion to approve the continuance to the February 28th meeting.
Do we have a second? We have a second. So it moves forward and we will review it.
You need to vote.
I've got a what? I'm sorry. So let's vote on it. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right. Continuance request granted. We don't have anything on the consent docket. We do have one item for individual consideration. That's UDC CA 17-00050 at Northwest, at 500 Northwest 28. Michael?
Yes, this is an item that's kind of completing a project that was initiated earlier this year at the southwest corner of North Dewey and Northwest 28th. Back in August, the commission approved UDCA 17-00033, which is for a single-story restaurant parking lot that basically surrounds the site to the north and to the west. And the commission may remember that during that approval in that site plan, there was a squarish parcel that fronts on Walker that was left for future consideration, and this is, in fact, the application that will fill that hole. We reviewed this project against the applicable development regulations and design guidelines, and we found that there were two guidelines with respect to the parking lot screen wall, and then also one with respect to the number of signs being allowed per building. And we've identified those two as concerns, but we've also provided for the commission some considerations with respect to those particular guidelines. And in a nutshell, we've recommended that the commission does have the latitude to waive or modify the guidelines, and we are supporting both requests and recommending approval of the project. And that completes our presentation, and we're prepared to respond to any questions the commission may have.
Does the commission have any questions? Brian, do you want to make a statement?
I can.
If you could state your
Thanks
name.
for everybody coming here. It's Brian Fitzsimmons, Fitzsimmons Architects at 2721 North Walker. The main thing is I'm happy to see that infill happened quicker than we thought it would. So it's a purposely small building with small spaces, similar in notion to the Pueblos. Those have been very popular and rented for small entrepreneurial companies, and that is kind of taking it here. There are 4 facing Walker, and then 2 face the parking lot, and 1 faces the restaurant. And the intent of the leasing program is to put more retail-oriented on the Walker side and more office-oriented on the other sides, so small office building.
Are there any questions for Brian? Okay, could we put this forward as a motion?
First, I want to make a quick comment. I really enjoy this contemporary interpretation of the Spanish Revival style. I feel like in the past we've had concerns and, things to say of how to enhance this on other projects, and I like this contemporary interpretation. One comment or question I have is on the hollow brick with the glass block. Can you explain just that system out of curiosity?
It was a tricky detail, but it's similar to using in shape, a chimney flue, but with more square edges, and it's the size of the glass block, so it will actually overlay on top of the glass block rather than being a through block. So from the interior, it will read like a glass block, and on the exterior, it will have that extra shape. So.
Yeah, it's a creative use for the material, so that's all I got to say.
I will kind of add on to that. I often comment about the lack of texture that we see in projects in this area, that a lot of times people mistake the plaster for texture, and they leave it at that. I like the level of interest that you've got here, so I commend you for that.
Thank you.
If there are no other questions, is there a motion that somebody would like to put forward?
Motion to approve? I got to read it all. No? Okay.
All right, we shall vote on it. Oh, sorry. We did get a second. And so we'll put it up for vote. I wrote myself a little note here. So all in favor? Aye. Opposed? We have a consensus. We have some additional other business to cover.
Yeah, Jorge, under other business, Betsy couldn't be here today, so we would like to continue that business, her resolution, to the January meeting, and then the Development Services representative can't be here to present the home sharing ordinance, so we would like to have that continue to January also.
Okay. Is there any action from the commission required to vote on both of them?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
the January meeting date is January 24th.
I'm sorry, that was the 24th?
January 24th.
Make a motion to continue item 7A, resolution to recognize Betsy Brunstetter, to the January 24th meeting.
So we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Right.
Opposed? Then we shall move that to January 24th.
Make a motion
Oh, yes, go ahead.
to move 7B, to continue it to the January 24th meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. It shall move to the 24th as well. On to communications, administrative approval report. Michael?
We had two cases up on, actually, they're all on Northwest 23rd, but the first two are related to each other, one being a revision associated with the project at the corner, the northeast corner of 23rd and Harvey, I think it is. This is you may remember this is a case that had a drive-through approach on Northwest 23rd. It was somewhat controversial at the time. This first revision is necessary in that when they demolished the building adjacent to the site, they found a different facade on the west end of the remaining building, and they needed to tweak the elevation on that project. And then they also added a door to the west elevation of the approved project at the corner. And then associated with that is the building immediately adjacent to the east, and they ended up having, when they pulled the mansard off at the front of that building, they found a bunch of stuff they wanted to get rid of and new things they wanted to change, and trying to replicate the look of the building from back in the 50s. And so that was another revision that was approved administratively on that project. And then the third item is just a sign near the Tower Theater. And those items were all approved administratively over the past month.
Thank you, Michael. Any comments from planning department staff?
You should have a save the date on your calendars for January 26th, Commissioner Training. It's a Friday. And we'll be sending out more detailed agenda shortly.
Great. Any comments from commission members? So our next meeting will be on Wednesday, January 24th. Applications must be submitted to the staff by 4 p.m. Tuesday, December 27th of 2017. Revisions and informations on continued projects are to be submitted by December 27th.
I'll make one more comment. At tomorrow's Downtown Design Review Committee meeting, they are being asked to appoint the DDRC member who sits on UDC. It was Betsy, but she's been replaced on DDRC, so that committee will appoint somebody else to serve on this committee.
Great.
And for clarification, the deadline is Wednesday, the 27th. It may say Tuesday in your agenda, but the date is the 27th. It's a Wednesday.
So with that, we will adjourn. Everybody have a great new year.
See you, Michael.